Hi, this is Jeffrey Kerr Financial Group. Today is Monday, August 26, 2024. As we like to do on Mondays, take a look at the week ahead to see what events are out there, economic reports and earnings reports and like that. But that brings me to kind of the story land or fantasy land of economic reports. In the last year, the revisions of the jobs data that comes out normally the first Friday of the month and looks back and estimates the number of jobs that were created and the various job market statistics. That revealed was that there were 800,000 less jobs created than what were reported. And I had mentioned in previous videos about the revisions being lower by material numbers. 9 out of the last 10 months, 11 out of the last 12. I forgot what the numbers are, but there've been a lot of revisions lower, and it's just almost like Storyland that they tell us what we want to hear in terms of good numbers on that, and then the retail sales numbers last week and like that. So, I guess on one level, why do you pay attention? But the market does too. So this week, looking ahead, we've got durable goods orders this morning on Monday. They were higher than expected, but it's also a lumpy statistic in terms of airplanes that get purchased in 1 month or versus another month and like that. But they were better than expected this morning. On a Thursday, we get a GDP estimate number for Q2. And then Friday, big news, which I'm surprised they're doing it on Friday before a long weekend. But PCE inflation data is coming out on Friday morning. But the big news for the week is Nvidia's earnings on Wednesday after the close. We're all going to be looking at that. So we'll see how that plays out. And I think I mentioned before, it's going to be good numbers and they'll probably beat the expectations. But some of the internals, I think, are the important, and the rate of change and the acceleration of growth, are two things I think that are going to be important to look at, and that may also impact the reaction, to Nvidia stock, and Nvidia stock's reaction to its numbers is going to influence the market too. I'm going to close on a point that I came across that the central banks globally have been reducing their balance sheets. And here's a graph by Kobasi Research, which is a good follow on Twitter and a good subscription if you wanted to spend the money. They have some really good information. And this thing is typically when a central bank's reducing their balance sheet, it is trouble for the financial markets, and that still may come out. But I think the another thing within the U.S. is I've been reading, and I don't have um, hard information on this, but there's theories out there that the Treasury is kind of taking over funding the financial system from the Fed. That the Treasury has a bank account and it's at near its lowest levels because they're sending money into the system from that bank account as opposed to what they normally would do by expanding the Fed balance sheet and moving it that way. So again, this could be pointing towards trouble. Even though we're going to get an interest rate cut, we found that out on Friday. There's some volatility and some obstacles, I think, for the market. So be careful. If we can help, let us know. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk on Wednesday. Thank you again. Goodbye.